stream and restarting it again. So today I bought GameStop and I bought it at the all-time high almost because I timed it wrong, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I made that mistake. So today in the morning I was looking at BlackBerry and BlackBerry was going up. And then I didn't really like the chart too much because I thought like, so while I'm looking at BlackBerry, I see the price of GameStop is about $93 at one point. And because I don't have two screens open, when I view BlackBerry and when I view GameStop, I kind of forget about GameStop. And then finally, when I look back at the GameStop tab, I see it shooting all the way up. So it starts spiking all the way up. And I'm like, oh, frick. I don't know how high it's going to go. So I try average up. I go up to 131. And then it's still shooting up, right? So I'm like, frick. So then I add in like 3 more shares and I buy it at I buy it at the market price, and then I ended up buying it about 153. And almost immediately after I bought the last 3 shares, it halted. So then you can see it going all the way down, and then from there it never recovered. See this? So I became a big holder right there. So when I was looking online, and I was looking at like Wall Street bets because I wanted to see what people were gonna say. Now keep in mind with that 140, what was that, 148.50 average, something like that, I am down 50%. So I am down about $300 from what I had initially put in. And you know what? I don't feel too bad. I know it was completely reckless, but with GameStop, there's no charting it. You see, like when you look at this kind of stuff, you can see it got pumped up, right? If you got in over here, you would feel okay, you would have a cushion, but it was absolutely like crazy how much it spiked up. And I fell into the trap. I know I did. And then it went all the way down to 69 or so. And then you had some people, once it started going down, people were buying, around the 100 areas, right? They thought like, oh, over here, it's going to pop back up. As you see, like over here and here. They thought it was going to pop back up. Unfortunately, it didn't. So you have a lot of people who are holding on to GameStop stock right now, including myself. And these people, if you look at it, some people, look at this guy. He had so much faith into GameStop. Now, mind you, look at his market value over here. $4 million. Look, he lost us 2 million, 2.5 million. He's holding. And then all these people over here, they're holding as well. If you look over here, let me show you guys. See that? So this guy bought it at the top, 50 shares at 155, $7,000 worth. So it's dropped about over 50% right now. And yeah, kind of sucks for him. So when you look at this, the danger about going into something like GameStop is I knew 100% that it was inflated. I also knew that I didn't feel like it had, the numbers didn't match a stock. But when I saw it shooting up, I fell into the trap of investing into a stock going up, and unfortunately the wave didn't continue. And because it didn't continue, there's so many people here who are holding on to it. They're holding at a loss, much bigger loss than mine. Mine's again is only $300 because I invested I think 560 something. So this basically summed me up. See, so I saw it going up. I didn't invest that much in there. But almost immediately after I invested, it just went boom, 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 boom. This is the story of a lot of people today. I don't do calls. I know some people do options. I was like, no. I'm not going to do any options. I'm not going to do any puts. I'm not going to do any calls when it comes to GameStop. Because although it's down today, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Now, my concern about GameStop, as someone who is a bag holder now, remember the whole Bitcoin thing I was telling you guys about, where people who buy in at like a higher amount, I think right now Bitcoin is maybe at like 34K. All the people who bought in like 40K, 42, 41K, all those people are under pressure to say, yeah, don't sell your Bitcoin. Hold on to your Bitcoin. It's going to go up. Yeah. This is the same thing happening with the GameStop people. So the GameStop people are saying, hold on to your stock. We're gonna we're gonna pump it up, and then we'll see if it goes up higher. But my concern is that I don't know how many people invested their money into GameStop, and all those people who put in money in GameStop, right? For instance, this guy put in, as you guys saw, $7,700. Does he have more money to put into GameStop, or is he just holding? So he might be the support system right now for GameStop being, let's find it, GameStop being $80.60. But does he have the funds to help pump it up? I don't know. I am not going to be putting any more money into GameStop. I could have averaged down, saw it down at like the $68 mark or so, but I was like, nope, that is my limit. So I am bag holding. I do think though, because I am a bag holder, I definitely can buy some Wall Street bets gear. Because I feel like I can definitely say, well, I did try to support the GameStop thing. Did ride into the wave, and I do have my losses, so I'm holding that bag. But yeah, some people are really gonna get burned about buying GameStop. Again, if you invest into any stock, especially if you're chasing a stock like this, you guys knew. I told you guys my thoughts about GameStop. I really just chased it going up. I didn't expect it to halt immediately after I bought it, and unfortunately it did. But for some people who are investing things, there's this one guy who invested his dad's life savings into BlackBerry, $18.13. Yeah, BlackBerry's not doing so bad right now. It's $17.85. But will it stay at this level? I think it's still undervalued. That's my honest opinion about it. But it could be a lot of pressure, because if you got some people who pull out their money for whatever reason, BlackBerry stock might go down to what it was before. See, BlackBerry stock was around here. See, so you can see it was like $6, $7, then it moved up to $8, and my average price right now I think is about $9.84 or something like that. So yeah, my average price is, where is it? Yeah, my average price is around here. So I have a good cushion. See that from that? So if this stock goes down, I'm not too worried about it. And I invested more into BlackBerry than I did into GameStop for obvious reasons. It was just really, I wanted to see if it was going to shoot up, and yeah, it backfired on me. So I wonder about the people who did their life savings onto this stock, and they did it late. Maybe they did it today only. Yeah, that is a lot of stress. So let's see, some people have like 100%. So yeah, there's this whole movement. They're saying they're not going to sell GameStop until it hits $1,000. $1,000. Oh my goodness, that is a high amount of money. I don't think GameStop can get that high. However, I'm already sincerely shocked that GameStop hit $150. That's blew my mind, and maybe it'll go up, maybe it won't, but it really is driven by momentum. And seeing the chart at this moment, I'm kind of wary about that, so that's why I don't want to average down. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna see what happens if my $148.50 drops all the way down to $20 a share. Then worst case scenario, I lose what, $420 or so? Yeah, 400, yeah, around there. But yeah, I can take it. Even if GameStop went down to $0, which is not happening, I can take the loss. But all these people who put in a lot of money, who put in like hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, who took out loans. There's a few people who took out loans for this stuff. It's just kind of scary. See, so added another 200 shares at $100. Yeah. I hope it goes up. I think it will go back to 100, but it's all dependent if people are buying. I don't think it's just holding on to it. You need to have people who, come on. Yeah. Oh, look at this. So, I think the picture's gone. But yeah, you need to have volume, and if you just have people holding and not buying stuff, that's not a good idea either. So this person, they said they're down 7.5K, but they're not selling. They're going to be diamond handling it. Yeah. Let's see what their average price is. Can I see their average price? So this person, look at this. They bought $69,000 worth. Their average cost is $74.49, which isn't bad. I think right now, what is GameStop? Yeah, 79. So they're making money right now. So they're lucky on that. But yeah, I just hope it continues to go up, because if this thing drops down to $50 or $60, that's a good amount of money that's gonna go down. And I think, yeah, I just hope it continues at the current price. Yeah, that or there's gonna be a lot of pain coming our way. Yeah. So this guy, yeah, he paid off. Let's see this. Oh yeah, so this guy got lucky. See, he bought it at 979. So he bought it early on and he had like 408 units. So he made a lot of money off of this. So stocks go both ways. If you see it going up and you chase it, again, you can lose money if you're like me and you timed it wrong and you bought at the top and then you thought maybe I was going to recover. It's not going to recover. I am going to diamond hand it and see how this thing goes. Oh my goodness, my computer is freaking slow. So that's why I need to have a faster computer, a newer computer, and I can't wait for that. So for sure, this year when the newer MacBook comes out, I am going to purchase it. Clio has served me well, but yeah, I think this is time for me to get a new computer. I don't like scrolling and then it's just kind of choppy after a while. Do that, so close. Say that, I think that was a GameStop stuff. Yeah, so we will see. We will see what happens. Maybe tomorrow it'll shoot up back to 100. Maybe it'll go up to 120. Maybe it'll go up to 150. Maybe it'll go up to 175. But I don't know. I really don't know. I just kind of worry that it's sort of losing its momentum, because you had all these people seeing all these gains, and then once they put their money in over here and they see it halt and then they see it go down, it can discourage them from investing back into GameStop. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe tomorrow will be up. Yeah, I was thinking about just buying. I was gonna hold just a one chair at 131, but when I saw it rapidly going up, I thought I had more opportunity. So I thought I could have a cushion, right? Because from here, right, 90, $89 or $90 all the way up to 153 is a huge stretch. But just my timing, I bought it at the freaking top and then it immediately halted. Terrible, terrible. Why not Microsoft? What about Microsoft? I'm already invested in Microsoft. Microsoft stock is not as it's not as bigly as GameStop. It's a long stock, just like Apple. Apple's a long stock. Apple stock is going up. I think it went about 2% today, 2% or so. They think they're gonna like crush it on earnings. So see, GameStop went up 23%. Let's check out Microsoft. Microsoft I think only went up. It went up really small. So Microsoft, oh my bad. Microsoft went up 1% today. See that? So when people are chasing these kind of stocks, it's because they're going after the gains. And then let's go on Apple. So see, Apple's at double it. See, Apple's at 2.5%. Yeah, and earnings is coming up soon. January 27th. Tesla, I think, is on January 27th. Really excited about that. Of course, I have way more money into Apple and Tesla than GameStop. I would absolutely would not put everything or put as much money as I have into Apple into GameStop. So that's why I said, even though it went down $300, I'm not worried about it, because like I know what I'm mostly vested in. I have the small amount that I play around and I move around in my portfolio, but a majority of my portfolio, I'm not touching it. Like I'm diamond handing that, and Apple is one of them. Apple's one of those stocks that if it tanks down, I would buy more, but I plan to hold long. I plan to hold long for a very, 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 very long time. Same with Amazon, JD. I'm planning to hold long as well. Microsoft is a really good long as well. Just like those companies that people talk about. Like it's been around for a really, really long time and they have new products coming out. They're really well diversified. You don't really have to worry too much about that. But GameStop, again, if you look at the chart for GameStop, there's really no reason why it shot up that high. And I am, 100% admitting that I invested into it just because I saw it spike up and I wanted to get into that. But yeah, so do not do this whole FOMO thing and invest all of your money into a stock, because if you're like me and you mistime it, right? You think like it might be going up more, but in the event that it doesn't go up anymore and it shoots down 50%, you're going to be left holding the bag. And the bag or the amount, depending on how big it is, it can be absolutely crippling. So I'm reading about people having anxiety attacks, and people really stressed out and they feel physically ill because they lost, let's say, $1,000 on GameStop, or their losses today because they didn't expect it at all. So if I lost $1,000 on GameStop, yeah, I would basically say I don't know if I'm gonna get it back, just because, it's like that's the risk that you take when a stock is pumped up so much. You just can't say if it's going to recover. But because I'm comfortable with it, I'm just going to diamond hand it. And in the event that it drops all the way down to $17, whoops, whoops, it sucks. But yeah, I'm going to diamond hand it as long as I can. Some people say that in a couple weeks it should go back up. Maybe end of week it could be going back up. They say like on Fridays it should surge up, but this is all speculative stuff. It really depends who's buying, and there's going to be a lot less buyers buying GameStop after you see a big drop like this. So when this thing dropped, of course you had people snatching it up, right? And then I think it halted again. And then it scared more people. So every time there's a halt, it can scare people a lot, because people see their money go down and they're like, oh crap, I didn't expect to see my money go down so quickly. So can you imagine like how I was at the top? If I invested more money and it went all the way down here, that is pretty sickening. But yeah, I saw it. It was the first time I've invested money into a stock and I saw it drop down so dramatically. Let's see. This is TradingView. So tradingview.com. You can look it up. See that? TradingView. I love this so much. If you click on this thing, I would highly. Ooh, where is it? There's a night mode. Was it here? Oh, I can't find it. But there's a night mode that you can go to somewhere. Just look up TradingView night mode. I like having night mode better than the regular mode because I feel like it's easier on the eyes to have black versus white. And yeah, so I've been looking at this chart and so that's the risk that you take with investing. You can, if you go like YOLO on one stock and you don't understand or you don't believe in the technical side of it, you don't believe it can recover, yeah, you'd have a lot of anxiety because you'll be like, okay, I invested in a stock and I thought, everybody else was investing in it, so I bought into it. And knowing, when you see this kind of stuff and then you think, oh crap, it might go back down to, well, not even this, let's go back. Like it might go down to like $19 or $34. Yeah, kind of sickening. So people who had put it all in onto GameStop, they might be having a lot of anxiety if they don't believe in it. I'm happy that it recovered from its time. Okay, so here you can see a better picture. So I bought around here, and then it tanked all the way down here, and then you had a bunch of people getting it over here, but it hasn't returned to those levels. So I'll have to see what happens to it. If it goes down additional 20% tomorrow, I will not be surprised. If it returns back to around here, I will not be surprised as well. So, but that's what I knew what I was getting myself into when I put this. I use Robinhood. So, yeah. It's funny, or it's not really funny, but it's like the two stocks that I FOMO'd it out. It was Mara and GameStop, and both of them are like my big losers. It's strange. Like for BlackBerry, I kind of had a good feeling about it. I told you guys like I invested into BlackBerry back in 2018, so I just averaged up more. But yeah, it's like I just blindly go into this kind of thing, and my timing is off. I know I definitely could have invested around here instead because I heard about it, but I always thought like, man, it's like over here. I think it was gonna go down, and it didn't. And then finally, the time that I invested, it just goes back down. Yeah, so that bad timing on my part. This is the problem when you get into something late. But what if it goes up more, right? What if GameStop goes up to $200 more? I mean, what if it goes up to 200? It seems like a very it seems very far-fetched right now, but who knows? Anyway, if it goes up, I'll be happy. If it goes down, I'll be like, oh. It was an incredible drop. So I saw it when it was surging up over here, and then I bought in one share at 131 because I wanted to time it. But then it just went up so freaking quickly that I thought I was buying around 140, and by the time it went through, it was at 153. That's how fast this freaking thing went. And then immediately after I bought it, it just dropped down, and yeah, it was just, I was like, oh. So I would not recommend chasing this kind of stuff. There's a reason why. It's like I don't want to. I never really wanted to talk about GameStop. I don't believe in the long term aspect of it, but in terms of like chasing it, I wanted to chase it today, and it blew up in my face. The other stocks that I believe in, it's like those ones that I invest more money into. Like I definitely believe in long term. So like for instance, right? Let's talk about something like Apple. Right? Like Apple stock, you can see it was just going up. You can look at the 6 month, like the year to date. What's this year to date? I don't know what that is. Like the 5 years. Like look at this chart. Like look at that. That looks like a nice chart over here. And then I also hear about things where they think Apple's gonna beat their earnings, and I'm like, yes, go up, go up. So Apple being at 142.84 right now. That's good news. That is good news. But GameStop, when you read the news between Apple and GameStop, people are excited about Apple because they believe they're gonna beat earnings. GameStop, if you look at the articles about this, people are saying like, oh, you got all these Wall Street bettors just pumping up the stock and seeing what happens. Now, I will be very, very curious to see how long people hold for GameStop, and I'll be more curious to see if people chase it. I have been reading things online where people say, oh, GameStop's at $77, buy the dip, buy it now, and then maybe I'll prop things up higher. But will it work? I don't know. How much people have, like I've said before, right? How much more money do people on Wall Street bets have to put back into GameStop? I'm at my limit. Like I already did my part on that thing, so I'm already holding my shares. But yeah, it'd have to be a good amount of people throwing in money in there, and a good chunk of people. I don't know if it was the Wall Street Bet crew. I don't know if it was like other people as well. But that kind of shakedown from here to here. Look at this. 150. Look at this. 150. Ah, dang it. Where is it? Wait a second. What is this? Oh, one month. My bad. Here we go. So you go from like 155-ish, right? 157, 158, all the way down to $62. How many of you guys can handle that kind of volatility? Most people can't. So anybody who saw it from here to here is probably really shaken out. There's a bunch of people who probably sold and they're like, I'm getting out of here. Especially when you see the chart kind of like this, it kind of seems like it stabilizes from here to here. And then, yeah, if people feel like there's calmness and you don't have a bunch of people buying, then they're just going to sell, and then it's going to go down. So, no FOMO. Yeah, I know. Don't play around with money that you don't feel comfortable playing around with. And mine was just really chasing it. I was like, I thought about it, like the last couple of days, right? I've heard about GameStop going up like 40%, 50%. I was like, oh. So finally, when I look at the chart today, I see it spiking off. Okay, damn it. Okay, fine. I'm part of I'm gonna go and buy GameStop too, and then it goes down. This is the stuff that you guys might hear about, but actually seeing the chart, I hope that you guys, if you try to do something similar, understand that you might also buy at here and then it might drop down. There's no really way of timing this kind of stuff because it could have been like this, right? You see how this one went up and then it went down and then it went up and then it just went like super up. Yeah, like it could have gone super up or it could have spiked down. Eventually, though, it would have had a pullback. How bad that pullback was, I didn't know, but it was a dramatic pullback. And if GameStop goes down to $50 tomorrow, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if I read Wall Street Bets and people are like, hold it, you guys. It's not going to go up unless you hold it. So, yeah. But I'm going to be buying a Wall Street Bets sticker because I am down $300 on GameStop and I'm holding. And I'm very strong on my diamond hands. I have no problem diamond handing a stock at all. But this is just like a chuckle because even though I'm down $300, there's certain people who are down tens of thousands of dollars, $3,000, $30,000. That one guy who's down $2 million. Yeah, I know that. I was talking to someone today and then they asked me, Erica, what do you think about doing options? And I said, options on what? And they said, how about options on GameStop? And I said, hell no, I'm not doing no option on GameStop. Are you kidding me? The whole thing about options is that you have this idea or you put this guess, like, is a GameStop price going to be a certain price by like tomorrow or a week after or a month after? And I don't feel comfortable putting that because you can see how much it gets pumped up. Like, yeah, I could say something like, oh, GameStop, like if I was over here, right? I could say, oh, GameStop's going to be $200 next month. And then I buy an option. And if it doesn't hit $200 call option, I'm going to lose my money because it's going to expire worthless. Same as a put. Like if I assume that, oh, it would hit, let's say it would drop down to a certain price, I would lose my money too. So to me, I feel much safer just holding on to a stock rather than like, oh, I have this pressure for a stock to go up or down to a certain price. So that person that I spoke to, they didn't buy any options and I'm glad they didn't because they would have bought a call. Can you imagine buying a call and then let's say you do a call for let's say you're over here and you do a call for $120 and then you're like, oh, I make so much money, I'm at $155, and then your reality kicks in and you're back at $76. Yeah, that's a lot of anxiety. It is a lot of anxiety. So I'm just like a pure hold stock person. And this again, I bought this for the FOMO. There's no charting this kind of thing. It's like if there was charting it, then I would have said, okay, let's go back. Like, yeah, see, like once it goes up this high, like, yeah, maybe I have a pullback, but maybe it's going to go back up again. I didn't know. It's just been going up. You know what? Some people believe that GameStop, because they reorganize things, they're gonna be profitable. And there's like they say that the price should be around 144. But I've seen stocks where I feel like it's kind of detached. It's like I feel like certain stocks are overvalued and other stocks are undervalued, and it all depends on how much demand there is for the stock. Something like BlackBerry, I always felt like was very, very undervalued. And finally it shoots up to $20. And I'm thinking like, what took so freaking long? BlackBerry should have been this price for a long time. It's only because they got all this, they got this like pump and then people are like, oh yeah, BlackBerry is a good stock. They're not just a phone company. They do cybersecurity and they do those little EV systems now. So it finally got the like the little pump of recognition it deserved, and I'm happy for BlackBerry stock. I really am. But GameStop, I still think of GameStop in the way of Blockbuster, and yeah, I just think like, why go to GameStop? Maybe it's just me. I'm like, why go to GameStop when you can go to Best Buy, when you can buy stuff from Amazon, when you can get stuff from Walmart? It's just, yeah, I'm not seeing it, and I still don't see it. And this was really just a FOMO play. I don't believe in GameStop long term, but you know what? I'll play around with it and I'll see. I'll see if GameStop goes back up to 100, whatever the top price. I think the top price today was 159. If it goes back up to 159, if it drops down, yeah, it's just gonna be a rip. And yeah, all those people who got in like around this time or so, or you know, even around here, if you have volume, right? Like it really sucks. It will really suck if the price goes down more tomorrow. Really, really suck. So, now when you look at these people over here, come on. Yeah, all these people are saying things like, "Oh, we need to hold it. We need to hold it. Hold tight. Don't worry." Try 140 to feel like I'm part of something priceless. Try 148. Yeah. So you got a lot of people. So you got the run up to 144. This is the one that I saw. And my computer is frozen, I think. Come on. Come on. Another instance of why I need to have another computer. Yeah. So look at this. I threw in 4K at $70 a share and I was sweating bullets when it crashed down to 60 a share. So 70 is not too bad because right now he's at, I think it's 76 or so, right? So he's okay on that. But yeah, once you have a healthy buffer, you're not too worried about it. So again, BlackBerry, my price right now is like 970, 984 or something like that. And it's $17, so I'm not worried about that. But GameStop, I had no buffer put in. So this guy's not worried about it. Like this guy, 10 shares at 93. Hopefully it bounces back. Yeah, I hope so too. 10 shares at 100, that kind of thing. Yeah. So everyone's saying like hold the line. And then this guy threw 5K at open, or he's going to. Yeah, so people, these meanie things, they're saying things like holding until $420, holding at $1,000. And I don't know, I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna look at this. I'm throwing my entire account into GME in 5 minutes. Pray for me. How'd it go? Good. I don't know. What was 6 hours ago? What was the price of 6 hours ago? No, I think it wasn't too bad. 6 hours ago. Let's see. What time is it now? 4 or 5. So 6 hours ago was around 11, right? So let's see. Let's see how this guy's price went. Okay, so he probably bought it around the same price I did. So if he bought it around 11, right? Because right now we're here. If he bought it around here, actually, not too bad. Not too bad. But if he bought it around here, well, wait, hold up a second. Or maybe he bought it around here. Yeah, if he bought it around here, that wouldn't be good. Yeah, I don't know exactly when he bought it, but just don't go all in on this kind of stuff. That's all I'm trying to say, you guys. Just don't go all in. It's scary if you go all in. You can have a lot of gains, but you can have a lot of losses too. What was this guy's thing? He bought another 6.5K's worth. Yeah. Oh, this guy bought $200 shares at $100 each. Yeah. So this guy bought 192. 60 shares. 60 shares at 155. Oh, that's painful. 60 shares at 155. That's yeah. Yeah, that's painful. Ooh. It's a lot of money. I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, so a lot of possible a lot of people who could be losing lots of money today. But there's this hope. that GameStop hits $200 in the week, and we will see what happens. If GameStop hits $200 a week, then I will be genuinely surprised. But I'm just gonna hang in there, see what happens. If it doesn't, it sucks. I really wish I stayed with what I normally do, which is average up or average down. Because if I had done that, right, I could have bought it back when it was like, actually, wait, would I have bought it if it was like $70 right now? And if I bought one share at, let's say, 153? Hard to say. Hard to say. I think that 50% drop would spook the crap out of me. But yeah, I basically went all in with the funds that I had like remaining over in my portfolio. And yeah, you know, like the stuff extra. So all my long-term ones I'm not touching. You know, I will never ever sell something like Amazon to chase after one of these this kind of like a GameStop or something like that. It's just too much risk for me. I'm not willing to do that kind of stuff. So yeah. So yeah, bought 50 shares, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So a lot of people, it looks like they bought like 100 shares or so. Scary. Yeah, but you can kind of gauge like my risk tolerance. See, like this guy bought 10K at 150, 142. Oh gosh. You go big or you go home, but the thing about stocks is if you go big for a stock like this, you can go broke if it doesn't recover. AKTS is doing well today. I did buy a few shares in that. I am slowly averaging up. So this is the one that I was telling you about, the 5G filter stuff. This one went up 10% today. See? So I bought a few more shares in it. I'm not adding too much. If you guys can kind of tell, like this is like I'm adding like a little by little by little. So this went up today, and I'm happy about it. I'm really excited about earnings coming up. I think earnings is over here, February something. I think. Oh, February 8th. So I thought earnings for this was supposed to be around the 29th, but I guess they pushed it back. So when earnings comes out on February 8th, I expect it to be higher. When I look at the chart, you can see, like when I first looked into this stock, it was like at 12.98 or something. I think I bought it at, and then I sold it because I think I pulled the funds for Mara, or I pulled the funds for BlackBerry. I've been like, I shuffle some like stocks around. And these aren't, I don't consider these stocks as like long-term hold stocks, but if I see something shoot up, I'll sell one stock and then I'll just kind of shuffle it around. So this stock, you can see it was, when I looked into it, I think I bought it around 12.98. And then I sold it for a small profit. I should have held it. So over here is when I bought it, and then it went over there. And I'm like, so between here and here, I do think, my personal opinion, I do think as it gets closer to February 8th, I do think it's going to go up. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll go down. Maybe it'll go down. So this is they make these like 5G filters. You know those like 5G, you know the 5G cell phones, 5G cell phone tower kind of thing? That technology. They make some sort of filter, and I don't understand the technology about it. But people say something like, oh, it's really good, and they expect it to be used more often because of all this whole 5G push. So I was like, okay, I'll throw some money into it. And if it says something like innovation and may bring lots of money, and it's, you know, I look at the stock and it looks like it was going up, I'm like, okay, I'll ride with it up. It's not like this kind of stock, from what I see, it's not getting the push like a GameStop. It seems like the technology is good, or you got people who do believe in it. And yeah. Oh, and then let's go over to CCIV today. Remember CCIV, the Lucid? So Lucid, not Lucid, Church CCIV went up 11% today. So you can see like what I had put money into, it's not doing bad. The only bomber one is freaking Mara and GameStop, which I'm holding the freaking bag in. And I'm happy that CCIV is going over here. Now, how long this is gonna last, I don't know. They better come out with this whole Lucid merger stuff soon if it actually is happening, because if it doesn't, it's gonna crash. And you know, I was actually looking at the chart and I saw this crash over here, And before I could even do research, because I thought, frick, did the deal fall through? Is that the reason why it went down so quickly? It recovered. So I don't know why it went down, but it shot back up. But I saw it go down, and then I was like, oh, frick, should I buy? But seeing this big drop from here to here, that's spooky. You know, that is really spooky. So, yeah, but it recovered really, really quickly, and then, yeah. But I don't think I'm going to add any more things for CCIV, because in the event that I don't hear anything about Lucid coming out or any Lucid merger in the next week or so, I expect the stock to pull back a little. And then if it does fall through, which is a possibility, right? Then the stock goes kaput, and I'm not willing to risk too much money on a kaput stock. So we got that over there. So yeah, so CCIV is doing well. AKTS is doing well. BlackBerry the cat is doing not so bad either. She went up 28% today. And yeah, so if you believe in a stock and you think the fundamentals are good, then of course invest in it. But the FOMO stuff, don't be like, my opinion now, just my opinion, don't be like Wall Street bets. Don't go all in. And if you do go all in on a stock that doesn't have good fundamentals, or you don't believe in the long term about it at that certain price point, then you can lose your money, and then you will never know. You don't have faith that it can ever get to that point again. So CCIV, BlackBerry, I believe in a long. CCIV, again, it's like it's a rumor. So if that deal falls through, then it's going to automatically drop down again. And AKTS, I believe in that for now. Yeah, but GameStop, GME, 148. Oh, geez, that's a toughie. I shouldn't have invested in it. I know it. I know if any of my family members are watching this, but like, Erica, what the hell? You bought it at 140. I'm like, look, it was going up. I didn't know when it was going to go up, and just my freaking luck, it halted once I bought it. Just my freaking luck. When was the last time? Okay, here's the thing. I passed by GameStop with Lewis about 2 months ago or so. And I remember we walked past it, and I was like, frick, it looks like a ghost town in there. Who the hell would ever invest in GameStop? And we were just kind of chuckling to ourselves. I told him, I said, yeah, GameStop, they had some bad PR about how they were treating their employees. And I know they did a board shift or something like that. They brought in a new CEO, the guy who did Chewy. But when I think about GameStop, I think like, how will you beat out your competitors? Because GameStop, it's like, I don't know, with the whole situation, right? Why don't you just, if you do not want to buy at GameStop, you most likely would be buying on Amazon. You most likely would buy on Best Buy. You could buy at Walmart. Like, if I wanted to buy a game, I could go to so many different options. I think people's first and foremost place they would buy a game from would be Amazon. That would be my thinking, because everybody's so used to the Prime shipping, and you don't have to just make an account just to buy a game like you would on GameStop. But yeah, GameStop was shot up, and I was genuinely surprised. And I was like looking at this stuff, and I remember I had a conversation. I was like, Erica, are you gonna buy GameStop? And I said, why the hell would I buy GameStop? I walked past the store, it's so freaking quiet. I don't understand it. And then when I hear about the pump about GameStop, it's like, I just look at it, I'm like, frick. And the next day I look at it, I'm like, frick. And the next day I look at it. So finally today, it got under my skin. I bought GameStop, and yeah, it just explodes in my face. I'm like, Erica, you never believed in GameStop. You just wanted to chase it. I just wanted to chase the gains, and I wanted to see, like, oh, tomorrow is it going to go up 50% or so? But that is straying from fundamentals, and that is straying from my game plan. And I'm lucky and I'm fortunate. Again, I'll stress this. I'm lucky and I'm fortunate that I didn't invest too much in GameStop. Like a $300 loss, $400 loss, $500 loss, $600 loss. My portfolio can take it. But for the people who invested tens of thousands of dollars at a pretty high average, anything above whatever the current price is right now. What's the current price? Current price is $76.96. Yeah, that really stinks. That has to be a lot of anxiety because I think in the back of people's minds, they might say Wall Street bets and could pump this back up, but how long will it last? You can pump Volkswagen got pumped up really hard. Volkswagen at one point was like $1,000 a share. Yeah, it's crazy. So the Wall Street bets people want to pump up GameStop to $1,000 a share, and I don't know if that will happen. I have absolutely no idea. If GameStop hits $200 though, I won't be too surprised. I'll be like, I guess someone dug out some money from somewhere and they decide to throw it on GameStop. But today I feel like there's a lot of cautiousness. So I gotta kind of gauge things. And if people are cautious and they're kind of scared to put more money in, then it's just gonna stay at this price. And then it's going to start slowly declining when people pull their money out because they're going to say, I'm not making the gains that I used to make, right? I'm not getting the 10% or 20% a day. It's just going on a decline. So that's kind of scary. That is kind of scary, but I'm going to diamond hand it and see what happens. See what happens if I diamond hand it. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, that one. Yeah, they tried to claim they were essential service and they opened their stores without PPE. Yeah. That was the one where I remember I listened to a conference call. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it pissed me off because I thought to myself, like, you're not treating your employees right. And I told myself, I said, I will never purchase anything from GameStop again. And look what happened. I invested in fucking GameStop stock. Terrible. But yeah, so this is my mistake of going back into it. My MacBook purchase won't be slightly delayed because I think definitely between here and whenever the newest MacBook comes out, yeah, it's for sure. It's for sure gonna be fine. Yeah, so my JD went up today, as you guys know. JD takes up a good 24% of my portfolio, and look at this little baby. Oh, I was so proud of it today. So proud. I was like a proud little mama. So JD is my diamond hands holding it when it went down to 19 bucks. Look at that, 3.66. Oh, I'm so happy about JD. So happy. So let's look at the chart. In case you guys are not familiar with how much I diamond hand JD, I'll show you guys this. So I bought this back in 2018, and my average I think was $47.03. So I bought it. So I see this. So this is April, right? I bought it around here, and then I was waiting for it because this is like basically like the Chinese Amazon. And then I bought it, and then I was like, wait a second, it's going down. I think this is when they had the trade war stuff going on, and then the CEO got arrested. He got caught in some scandal, and then like, look at the price of JD. You see that? Freaking went down to like 19 bucks at one point. And even though I lost over 50% of my what I put into JD, I held. I was too chicken to put in more money, but I held and 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 I held, and yeah. So now I'm at double gain. No, I'm at 100% gain or so. And yeah, I'm just really happy about it. Actually a little less than 100% because I bought it at 47.03, but yeah, this is my diamond hand stock. So GameStop, of course, if you know, when I'm reading things like, oh, diamond handed, give it a chance, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give it a chance. I'll see what happens. If my money goes kaput, then I'll be like, yeah, don't do the FOMO thing. Remember what happened with GameStop. It's a good learning experience. It really is. I don't see any of this kind of stuff as the bad, like like it's not one of those investments that's gonna really cripple my portfolio for very long. But I share this kind of stuff with you because if you guys are looking to invest stocks, right? This is the downside about investing in a stock that bubbles up. You don't know when you're investing at the peak, and if you invest in the peak and it crashes down like it did with GameStop today, you're left holding the bag, and depending on how much that amount is, it's going to cause you a lot of stress. It's weird though, because I have more stress because I don't like looking at losses. I have more stress about Mara than I do about than GameStop. And I think part of it is like Mara, it's like the whole Bitcoin thing. And I know you got, I know it's like, just give it time, America. But I'm like, frack. Yeah, so that Mara would not be a stock I would have invested in, but because of the Bitcoin bubble thing and I saw it going up, I was like, okay, let me just invest in Mara. I know some people invested in Riot. I went with Mara, and yeah, I went with that, and then GameStop. So those two stocks are not stocks that I would have picked by myself. It's not something that I would have seen long term. Same with CCIV. The only reason I invested in CCIV is the Lucid merger thing. But yeah, in the event that, let's say, CCIV pans out, it will be great. If it doesn't, then it's okay. I can handle that as well. But my most of my portfolio, okay, a huge majority of my portfolio are longs. It's not like me throwing money at like GameStop. Definitely not. It's really a gamble. It really is a gamble when you chase these kind of stocks. You don't know where you are in the timing. You don't know if it's going to go higher. You don't know if the momentum's going to run out. And for GameStop, my worry is that GameStop momentum may have run out, or it's going to run out to the point where even if it hits $100, it might not recover back up to the $148 mark for me to break even. But we'll see. We will see. Do I think GME is still worth investing in? You know what? I would say no. I only invested in GameStop today because I saw it surge up. If I did not see it surge up, then I wouldn't have. But I thought, like, crap. Yesterday, I think it went up like 50% or so, right? I thought maybe it would repeat it today. So if I had invested, let's say yesterday, if it went down, I would still feel comfortable because I have a buffer. But now, because of what freaking happened, I don't have a buffer. So you're not guaranteed. If you, like BlackBerry, for instance, right? BlackBerry, let me show you guys this. BlackBerry, I invested early on. So I invested, my average is around 5 days. My average is around here, around here somewhere. Actually, no, it's back out here. I think it's 984. So my average is around here. See, around here. So because my average is around here and it's all the way over there, like I can ride this kind of stuff out. But that's only because I invested kind of earlier than everybody else going up. But for the GameStop one, I definitely got in late, and I was hoping that it would have another rally, kind of like the BlackBerry stuff, and I could just hold it out. But it didn't happen, and I'm left holding the GameStop useless bag, but I'm just gonna hold. I'm not gonna encourage anybody to buy GameStop. It is a very, very risky thing. I don't know if this is gonna plummet down 20% tomorrow. It might go up 20%, might go down 20%. This is really just people are chasing this for the hype, and there's this push to get GameStop up to like $420 or $1,000. It's gonna need a lot of money to do that, and I think having a shakeup like this deters people from it. So will GameStop go back up? Will I break even, or will I make will I hit that 148.50 mark? I don't know, but if you guys want to invest in a safer stock. I wouldn't even really want to touch BlackBerry right now, just because if people kind of get shaken up about how much things have rallied, maybe there's going to be a pullback, and it's better to invest in a stock that seems like it's safer. And I know people criticize me for this, but when you look at Apple, let's just check out Apple. You look at the news for Apple, because this is one on my radar today. Come on. See, so Apple got a price target boost, and then they're all talking about like, oh yeah. Okay, so Kramer says don't buy Apple before earnings. But look, see, get ready for Apple's first $100 billion quarter in history. So people think that Apple's going to hit it on the park out for earnings. Kramer says don't buy it. And then of course, so this kind of stuff, like this has much better fundamentals than simply buy GameStop because we want to pump up the price. You see? So you don't have to buy Apple, but I'm just putting Apple out there because Apple was on my, I saw one of the articles earlier today, and I'm happy about it. I have a good cushion for Apple. As you guys know, my profits from my Apple stock already paid for Clio. So I'm like, yes, free Apple computer. But yeah, and now it's working on my newer computer. So whatever profits that I get from Apple, I do hope that, because I'm hoping to hold it for a really, really long time. And assuming I go through a computer, like let's say once every 5-6 years, I'm hoping that the next time I buy an Apple computer, 6 years from now, my gains from my Apple stock will pay for my newer MacBook. You see what I'm saying? So I'm invested in Apple, looking at Apple stock price go up, profit pays for newer computer, rinse and repeat. And I'm not selling any of my Apple stock, in case you guys are thinking I'm selling it. No, I will never sell my Apple stock. I will just wait for it to continue to grow. And I'm one of those people, it's like, I believe in holding long for certain stocks, and I think that if you sell a stock, that maybe, and if it's a strong stock, maybe it might end up biting you in the foot. GameStop earnings, my fear is this. I don't know when GameStop earnings is because I wasn't planning to home GameStop for a long. Like, let me make that clear. I wasn't planning to home GameStop for a long. My whole plan was, if it bumps up, let's say 20-30% after I buy it, I can set a stop loss and then cash out there, and then go back to my other stock. And that's kind of risky, doing that kind of stuff. But it backfired on me. And my fear about GameStop is when earnings comes out, depending on how the earnings is, it might cause a stock to tank even more, because people are like, what the hell? Why is the stock so freaking expensive? They did shitty, right? And then the stock price falls, and all the bag holders are like, oh frick, no. I didn't like the touch bar at all. Oh, no, no. I was telling Lewis, I said, man, when I showed up on that stream, the Lewis Fix's girlfriend's MacBook stream, I should have told people, like, this is the time to buy Apple stock. Like, now that I have infiltrated in, yeah, Apple stock is gonna go up. But yeah, I didn't do that. I actually didn't own Apple stock during that time, believe it or not. I did not. I should have, because I would have made a good chunk of money investing into Apple early on. So yeah, hard to believe, right? A chick who has a MacBook since 2012 never bought into Apple stock until 2019. Kind of embarrassing. But I just believe in Apple very strongly, especially with the whole work from home thing. When people want to work from home, they're gonna think to themselves, what kind of computer do I want to use? Do I want to use a ThinkPad, or do I want to use a MacBook? Let me see. All my coworkers have MacBooks. Yeah, I think that one person got a ThinkPad, but yeah, I don't want that ThinkPad. So they're just gonna go with Apple, and then they're gonna have it hooked up with their iPhone most likely. And if they work out, maybe they'll use their Apple Watch, use Apple TV, that the whole ecosystem, the whole shebang. And as people get used to it, they continue buying Apple products. I don't have any desire to get an iPhone. I have no desire to buy any other Apple product. I just like using the MacBook. But I would be open to it. I don't have any desire to buy it, but I would be open to buying it if I had a use for it. But I have no use for an Apple Watch. Yeah. That guy, he always tells me stuff like, he's like, Erica, I'm gonna, you shouldn't be so happy about your Apple stock because Apple's gonna go down. And I'm like, what do you mean Apple's gonna go down? He's like, Apple good, it's gonna go down. Mark my words, Erica, that stock's gonna go down. And I'm like, okay, keep telling yourself that. How long have you been trying to say, screw Apple and Apple's gonna go down? Let's see. See how your 5-year journey has been. Crap. Okay. Damn it. What the hell? It's this freaking ad again. Okay, let's see. Do I have the 5-year? No, I got the 5-year here. Yeah, I don't know about this website. Like, after a while, like, it pops up ads when I click on this stuff. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here we go. See? So this was May 2016. Look at the price difference. Back then, the price was $26, and now it's $143. So all this stuff has not stopped the momentum of Apple. Apple is just continuing to grow. Even like, look. Even when I made that stream, when was it? I think it was like here, right? I made that stream around here. I forgot when I made that stream. Maybe around here. Let's see. It was like $50. Now it's $140. Oh my goodness! It went up like triple the amount. It seems like. Did it? Seems like it, right? Wait. Let's see. Yeah, 42 bucks. Yeah, 30. No, this is January. Yeah, like $45. 45 because they did a split, right? But like 45, 67, and now it's 142. Anyway, I don't see this stock going down anytime soon. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm using tradingview.com. So you see this over here, TradingView, TradingBiew. Oh. And in case you guys want to buy a MacBook, yeah, buy a MacBook. So yeah, I'm using view.com, and I'm popping out the charts. So this is night view, night mode, dark mode, and I really like dark mode a lot. It's easier on the eyes. So if you don't have dark mode on, it will be, I think, white and blue, but when you have dark mode on, it's here to here. So this chart helps me out a lot. When I look at stocks, I normally check out the price this way. So Amazon, Apple stock, you can see it just going up, and then the 3-month, look at this. See, so it's kind of been like shaky up and down, but earnings, when earning comes out, I expect them to hit it maybe to like 150 or more. So I will be very, very happy about my Apple stock going up. And this is something that in my opinion, just my personal opinion, people can go out long, because as they make new products and as they push out shiny stuff, because Apple is very, very good at marketing. They're much better than ThinkPads. Let's be honest here. Like, nobody talks about the ThinkPads except Louis Rossmann. That's it. He's like, everyone buy the P50, and we're like, what? The P what? Yeah, so besides him, like, I don't hear anybody else talking about the ThinkPad. I don't hear anybody telling me about a computer. And yeah, so it's, even when I go on YouTube, the only ads I get are for Apple products. I wish they showed me a ThinkPad ad, but they don't show me any of that stuff. Maybe because they realize, like, maybe ThinkPad doesn't want to spend the money on advertising, and they just rather have their small group of dedicated users, and they're just focused on the business side of it. But I think that it's very important for any product to have a lot of visibility. And when Christmas comes along, right? Christmas comes along, holidays comes up, birthdays come up. If people want to spend money on gifts, then they're going to say, hey, I want to buy a laptop. What laptop will probably hit it out of the ballpark? An Apple computer will probably hit it out of the ballpark. So I've been happy because I've been walking around the neighborhood and I see so many people tossing out MacBook boxes. And when I see that, it makes me happy, because I think to myself, like, yeah, these are all people who are now own MacBooks who are helping drive up the sales figures. And come when earnings comes out on the 27th, let's just double check. See, earnings on the 27th here. Oh, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be like, yes, thank you for buying MacBook. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's look at this. So yeah, 2.77% up today, which is not bad. Amazon, let's check out Amazon. I really think, this is just my speculation, I really hope that Amazon does a split soon, because this freaking stock is just, it pisses me off. Like, look at the 6-month chart on this one. If I didn't care about Amazon, I would have sold Amazon, because it's like this sideways business pisses me off. Like, what will happen here? Look, I didn't really have much of a gain. See that? I never ever thought that JD would beat out Amazon in terms of year growth. So this is the 1 year over here. Of course, they profited from the pandemic. Everybody buys stuff from Amazon. But yeah, sideways growth. What? It's been sideways since July. See that? Sucks. So hopefully this earnings will help make up for all the stagnation that has happened in the last 6 months or so. 6-8 months, something like that. Yeah, not too happy about it. So this is coming out in February 2nd. See that? February 2nd. Excited. I'm thinking about streaming the charts for you guys on, I think the 27th. So you guys can see Apple and you guys can see Tesla as well. I don't think I can do the charts concurrently because you can kind of see, like, when I try to change the charts, then then sometimes it'll be like, oh, you changed your chart. But I would like to stream it for you guys, so that way you guys can see, like, what happens to the stock price. I'm not planning, if Tesla bombs, if Apple bombs, which I'm not expecting them to, but even if they bomb 10% or 5% or 15%, I'm not planning to sell at all. I hold on to those longs and I'm really happy about it. And yeah, let's see over here. Oh, these I've never even heard about. Oh, look at this Beyond Meat. How's Beyond Meat doing? I've not invested in Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is, oh, wow, they went up 12% today. Holy crap, how'd they go up? Why'd they go up? Okay, 3 months. So they're about the same price as they were back in November 20. Yeah, I don't know why they went up. So the whole thing about Beyond Meat, in case you guys didn't know, that I didn't really think about, is some of those fast food places that they sell like Impossible Burger, Beyond Meat, the vegetarian vegan meat substitutes. They got a lot of slack because, like, for Burger King, they sell the Impossible Whopper and they use this plant-based meat. So it's not meat, it's made out of beans and plants and vegetables. But the problem is that it's made on the same grill as a regular beef burger. So you got people who don't want to consume animal products who got offended, and I completely understand, because they said, we're buying this burger from you guys and we're thinking it's vegan or vegetarian, but it's cooked on the same grill as the meat burgers, and the contamination sort of thing, it turned off a lot of people. So once I heard about that, I was like, oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I never thought about that kind of stuff, but yeah, so I felt like it would take a hit on the stock price, and I don't remember if the article came out around November. I wouldn't be surprised, but maybe something changed. I don't know what happened today that caused it to go up 12%. No, I would never ever short Apple. Like, here's the thing, okay? You can have all these people be anti-Apple, but the bottom line is people like Apple products because they're light, it works, it's sleek. I mean, don't compare it to Clio, okay? This is an €8 computer, so if 4 GB of RAM, this is not a good example of how well a MacBook works. It's like, I bet you a lot of you guys aren't using a really old computer, and if you guys do, it probably has better specs than Clio. But I love using a MacBook. I just like let's put it this way. You know, Marie Kondo, she always says stuff like spark joy. Whenever I use my MacBook, it sparks joy. Minus the time it kind of freezes a little. I just like using it. I've gotten so used to seeing the interface every single day and typing on the keys and just having it work. It's I don't mind the price. Uh, you know the I don't mind it being more expensive. Let's put it that way. Yeah, thankfully I don't have a peanut allergy. You know, I used to be very allergic to peanuts, but it's strange because I feel like within the last couple months I have a high peanut tolerance. Like now I can eat peanut butter, I can eat regular peanuts, and I don't sneeze and I don't have all this like allergic reactions. Before I used to. Yeah, for about 10 years or so. I used to sneeze whenever I eat a lot of peanut butter or peanuts, and I'm not too sure what caused it to go away this year, but yeah, I'm eating peanuts almost every day now, and I'm very happy to eat it. Yeah, the thing about nut allergies is it's very people can be very very sensitive. I remember hearing this one article about this woman who was a producer. I think her name was Amy. I think she was in the UK, and she went to a restaurant and she told the restaurant like she has a peanut allergy. She has a nut allergy, severe nut allergy. And then they said, "Oh yeah, don't worry. The food that we're making you doesn't have any nuts in it." She eats it. It's like a chicken dish of sorts. She eats it, and then almost immediately she starts having an allergic reaction. And what the restaurant staff didn't realize is that the chef put a small amount of pesto, on like pine nuts or something like that inside of the sauce. So although the dish wasn't labeled having nuts, because the sauce had like a little bit of nut inside, it caused her to have a severe allergic reaction. And she got into some sort of I don't know how you pronounce it, like some kind of shock of sorts, anaphylactic shock or parvo, I forgot. Um, and she, even with two EpiPens, if I remember correctly, she ended up in a coma, and now she can't move. She can't speak, but they said she's aware of what's going on. So she cannot speak, she cannot walk, she can kind of move her arms, it seems like, but and she can see, but she unfortunately cannot speak, and she kind of makes these like uh, groaning noises, for a lack of better description. And it's scary. It's scary to think about how sensitive some people can be to nuts, and what kind of reaction other people can have on nuts too. For that woman, if she's cognizant about what's going around her, and she doesn't have control over her body, and she can't move and she can't speak, that has to be a nightmare. I'm going to be flat out honest with you guys. Like, that's scary. Can you imagine being trapped in a body? You can't communicate with people, you can't take care of yourself, you can't walk, and yeah, you're fully relying on someone's care for the rest of your life. It's Yeah, that's scary, to not be able to communicate to someone. That's what I find very very scary. Yeah, so, and then there was another one, another young woman. She went to Pret a Manger, and she got a sandwich of sorts, and she had an allergy, I think, to sesame seeds. She went on the plane, she looked at it, she didn't see any sesame allergy thing, and then she went on the plane, she went into that shock thing, and then she ended up dying. And beautiful, beautiful young woman. It and Yeah, the store, the chain, got a lot of criticism because uh, there wasn't a disclosure about the sesame thing. That's the thing. Like, when you have a very specialized, uh, like, allergy, right? Not just peanuts, okay? I'm talking like things like sesame seeds, or like maybe cinnamon or something like that. You just don't know if there could be like a minute trace about it. Like, if you go to a restaurant and you order a dish and you think like, oh, okay, it's a chicken dish, I'm not too worried about it, and then for whatever reason, right, the chef decides to put like a little bit of cinnamon in there. Yeah, you could have it's scary. And maybe the person who's working in the kitchen doesn't know that the previous person in the kitchen put like a little bit of cinnamon. So I feel very very fortunate that I don't have any um, allergies that I'm aware of besides peanuts. But I think I got over my peanut allergy. But for the people who are severely allergic to certain things, like, gosh, I always worry about those people. Oh gosh. No, they only pull the plug on you if yeah, yeah, actually wait, they would pull the plug on you if they feel like you're brain dead. So if they deem that you're not responsive, right? Like you don't if they shine like a light in your eyes and you don't have any dilation or something like that. I don't know how they do it. That's when they might determine that you might be brain dead. My scary thing is, and this is just a confession for you guys, I'm very I'm very scared about the idea of donating organs, and the reason being is that I've heard, I've heard allegedly. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard allegedly that if you're brain dead, they won't give you they won't give you stuff to like make sure you can't feel anything. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just think like yeah, maybe someone could be brain dead, but how do you guarantee they won't be able to feel a specific thing? Like why don't they make you unconscious first? You know, fully 100% unconscious. No, no, wait. It's either you can't feel anything or they paralyze you or they give. I mean, like that just frightens the living crap out of me. The idea of like if something happens and then like if someone ends up brain dead and then the doctor's like, oh yeah, they can't feel anything and they just start like cutting away. It's like, oh, too scary, too scary, too scary. So yeah, that's just and then I also hear it's like I also hear like when they remove organs, they make sure they remove the heart last or something. Like they remove the other organs first, like the kidneys and whatever they want in there first, and then the heart they want to remove last for whatever reason. I think because the heart pumps the blood in. I'm like, oh, oh, oh. No, I remember I was reading something. I can't remember what it was. It was either you're not giving anesthesia or you're not, or you're just giving a paralyzing agent. It was one of them or both of them. I can't remember, but yeah, it was when I was reading into it. I was like, frick, frick. You know, if you want to donate your body, you could always donate your body to the body farm. That's the one where they get bodies and they'll put you like face down in a field and study the rate of decomposition. They'll throw your body in a car or like half submerged in water for the science. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little grotesque. For me, when I was thinking about like ways, and I know I'm getting off subject, but when I was thinking about like ways to go off into the other world and you know, handling a body, I was thinking like, oh, I always thought the Tibetan sky burial was kind of nice, but yeah, if you guys are like grossed out, like don't check out the images because what it is it's like they they put you face down and they slash your body up and then they put all this like sugar and milk and butter on it and then these vultures come and eat you up and then the priest will like chop you up into further pieces like break open your skull so the vultures can eat your brain too and the whole idea is that almost everything is consumed and you fly to the sky because all the vultures ate everything on you so there's basically nothing left of you except maybe some bones. And I thought that was a very beautiful thing. Keep in mind, you are eventually going to get pooped out by the vultures, right? But I thought it was nice. I thought like, oh, that's really nice. That's some freaking fat vultures, by the way. But I saw it. I saw the graphics of it and I saw the description of it. My thinking was, that's a nice burial. That is a nice way to just have a body disappear. You could always bury a body in the ground and then put a sheet around it and let it naturally decompose. I'm a big fan of natural decomposition, in case you guys can't tell. I'm a big fan of natural decomposition versus getting pumped up with the formaldehyde stuff or preserving. I'm just like, you know what, just wrap me in a sheet, throw me in like some kind of wicker basket, wicker coffin, and just dump me in the ground. Like I don't want any of this embalming fluid. I don't want any of that stuff in there. Just let me go naturally, and yeah, do it hopefully pretty quickly so I don't turn into a balloon. Because the thing about bodies is that they I think within a couple days they start they start having gases, and then you get kind of puffy and things like that. So not the most aesthetic thing, but I really do believe in natural decomposition. Oh, I heard about those. I remember, I forgot what it was, but I heard there was some sort of vulture that was doing some work, and then maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but something happened and they got poisoned, or yeah, I can't remember. It's something to do with, I forgot, like pesticides or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah. So Tibetan sky burial is the way I would like to the way I would ideally like to be gone off, or just throw me in a wicker basket with a white sheet, no embalming stuff. I don't want any of that, you know, gross stuff. The whole thing about, like, I've been to a bunch of funerals, you guys. So when I see people who get embalmed, like, they don't look like themselves anyway. They look kind of ghastly. And it's just because of the embalming process. And you see this, you see the body, and then you realize, like, frick, they look kind of creepy. Like, that isn't how I remember the person. I don't want that for myself. I mean, like, if I'm not even going to look like myself after I get embalmed, why should I get embalmed? You know, it's so toxic for the environment, all those chemicals in there. It's like, once you get put into that coffin, it's not like someone's going to look at you anyway. You see? So, but if you die suspiciously, I can understand why someone would. I don't know how they handle that. Like, if you die suspiciously, would they be able to tell how you passed away if you weren't embalmed? Because I've heard about those things where people pass away and then they dig them back up because they're like, oh, this person had a suspicious death. And I imagine if you get cremated, then you're kind of screwed. No, I have not seen the self-mummifying things. Oh. Yeah, the Tibetan sky burials was only for people who are from Tibet, who are residents or something like that. So we can't do that here in the United States, of course not. I have heard of sea burials where if I remember correctly, the sea burial is something along the lines of put you in like a tarp of some sort, and then they just dump you off in the ocean, and they tie you down with a weight, if I remember correctly. I was like, oh my goodness. I don't know how I feel about that sea burial either. I don't want to be like, suspicious death kind of thing. Oh, I found this body and it had a 30-pound weight tied to it or something, or 50-pound weight tied to it. Yeah, so I'm not. I don't like that sea burial stuff too. Some people are cremated and then they had their ashes scattered off onto sea, but I'm scared of cremation, you guys. I'm really scared of it. Let's see. How is GME? Let's look at GME while I'm here. GME. GME to the moon. It's 77 or so. Okay. Yeah, I think Osama. Was it Osama bin Laden? He got a sea burial? Yeah, Osama bin Laden, I believe, got a sea burial. I don't know about Saddam. Maybe he got a sea burial too. It would make sense if he got a sea burial too. I'm not scared of death. I just hope death doesn't come for a really, really long time. I think that, yeah, I'm not scared of death, but that's my statement. I'm not scared of death, but I would not want my death to come for many, many years. Many, many years. Oh, I heard, oh, so I just got notification that a little cat is up. Let's see here. Oh, slightly. Post-market. Okay, 1976. Okay, good job, Barry. So let's see, GME going up. Okay, so these are both going up. Yay. Yay. So let's look at GameStop, because BlackBerry... You guys want to see BlackBerry go up? Actually, let's watch the little kitty for now. I don't know if I can. I think you'd only see the price over here. So it's gone up 10% since then. Show me the scene. You know what some people are throwing stocks into? And this is not stock advice, of course. Like, none of the stocks that I show you is stock advice. It's just things that I look into. I never did any research on this, but some people really believe that this stock will go up. See this? So this is under $5 right now. So it's 442. Just a thought. So this went up 25% today, and the post market went up 10%. Frick, can you imagine if I put my money into AMC rather than GME? Oh, gosh. Oh yeah, no, we're talking about all sorts of things. Now we're talking about AMC. So AMC is one of those things. Like, I didn't really do much research on it, but some people are saying like, oh, they think AMC is a good stock to invest in. Let's look at the 6-month chart. Actually, no. Let's look at the 1-year chart, because then we can look at pre-COVID. So before it used to be at. Let's look at the 5-year chart. Ooh, I'm not a big fan of this chart. So this used to be $34 back in 2016, and then it went down. I don't know if they did any splits. I don't think they did any splits, but I can't verify that. But look, it's just been going down. Yeah, I don't want to be a bag holder for this one. 1 year. Frick, I don't like it. I don't like this 1 year. I mean, it could go up back here, which would be a significant amount, but yeah. See, so it went up in September 20, and then it went down over here to 246. Can you imagine you hold it in November at 220, and then frickin' it ends up as $2 in January 6th. So what's the chart gonna tell me? It's gonna go back up and then it's gonna go back down. Too much freaking anxiety. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe it'll go back up over here and then stay over here. But yeah, that's kind of anxiety ridden for me. I don't yeah, because you can see it went up and then it went down and then went up and then it went down and then it went up and then it went down and then it goes up. 6 months. Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of. See that? I'm not liking this chart. Year to date, whatever. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable holding it as a freaking long. I don't know why it dropped up so much from over here. 33 all the way down to 4? What caused it? Who knows? No, but look at over here. Look at the 5-year chart. It was in 2017. Oh my goodness. Who knocked what over? Oh my goodness, hold on. I think one of the cats knocked something over. That was a glass. Hey, what are you doing, Clinton? Clinton. Oh, yep. Clinton knocked over the broom. Leave it to Clinton. Oh, I gotta feed the cats. These cats are so messy. These cats are so messy. Oreo will actually grab the food outside of the food bowl and drop it in front of the, drop it outside of the bowl. So I constantly have to, he constantly makes a huge mess. No, I don't do any of these trading things. You guys hear about me investing into stocks, like small stocks, but it's not like I'm doing this for my big holdings. So the amount of money that I kind of move around or shuffle around, like CCIV, BlackBerry, uh, GME, uh, AXTX, acoustics, that way. It's kind of like I have a set amount that I'm playing around with. So I know that I'm just limited to that set amount of money. So you'll see me sell off stocks and then put money into new stocks, but I won't be pulling it out from my main holdings. But if I saw a good opportunity, then yeah, maybe I'll start selling off some main holdings that isn't Apple, Amazon, JD, yeah, or any strong stock like Tesla. I wouldn't sell Tesla, at least not for now. But Tesla earnings coming out 2 days. Apple earnings. Oh, I'm really excited about that. ASML. Let's look at ASML. Okay, let's see what Patrick recommended. This one I am assuming? What is this? Producing manufacturer. Whoa, $567. Dang. Okay, let's look at the 1 day. 5 days. Dang. I've never heard about this ASML. That is a nice chart. See, this kind of chart looks much better than, you know, freaking GameStop. 1 year. Dang. Yeah, I never heard about it before. Thanks for sharing about it with me. I'll look into it later. Just curious about it. And then let's see what else is here. Actually, you know what I haven't seen in a while? Let's see what else we have here. Oh, QQQ. Plug Power, Moderna, Fuel Cell. Oh, look at Riot over there. Baidu. Wow. Oh, look. Adobe, Google. That's it. DocuSign. What the hell is Peloton? This is that exercise equipment company, right? Eh. I don't know how I feel about exercise equipment. I'm sure they got up because a lot of people, they don't want to invest in, they don't want to go to a bank anymore. I mean, not a bank, a gym anymore. Let's see here. Some people swear by this stock. Wow. Holy crap, it went up 28% today. Dang. Look at that. Where is that? 1 day? Oh, see? See, look at this. See? So it went up and then it halted, I'm assuming. Oh, that's scary. And then it went up all the way over here and then thankfully it recovered. So what the hope with GameStop is that it halted and then it would go back up, but it hasn't gone back up. We are still at... Oh, we're at 81! Yay! Yay! I'm not going to really be happy unless it breaks like the $120 mark. So anyway, I'm gonna end this stream. I think I've been talking for quite some time, but I just wanted to share with you guys about my little GameStop thing. So I am a bag holder. I shouldn't have done it. I should have invested in another stock instead. I had another stock in mind to invest in, and my dumb butt decided to go into GME instead. What I should have done is I should have just bought one share like I initially did, and then afterwards, like, just wait it out and then average it out. Like, if it goes up more, if it goes down more. But FOMO. I will remember this mistake, and I don't anticipate myself doing this in the near future. Or if I do, I'm gonna just stick with the strategy, like one share oracle, and then just follow it slowly by slowly by slowly. This looks like day trading. I'm on Robinhood, so I don't pay anything for that, but I do have taxes that I have to pay whenever I cash out. Yeah, gains or losses. Yeah, it definitely is better to it definitely is better to hold long. So a big chunk of my portfolio is longs. I don't believe in kind of chasing this stuff. So I shared it with you guys earlier in this stream that the people who went all in on GameStop, let's say today, all in on GameStop, they went in at like $100 or so. Or let's say they got in over here like I freaking did. See? Like even over here, it went in at like $96. Like yeah, there's a chance it's gonna go up from to $96 because right now it's 81. But anybody who invested in today, everybody who invested, I'd say around the 90s, everybody's hoping. You got people pumping it up tomorrow and seeing how that thing goes. I have faith that it will hit maybe back in the 90s, 95. I'm hoping that it goes back in the 150 range. But it is a lot, it has to gain like 50% for it to go up. And hopefully it works out for me. If it doesn't work out for me, then sucks. It sucks. But just wanted to share this little experience with you guys. Do not do this kind of stuff. Don't go all in like I did, one share and then follow up with like 3 or 4. I think I did 3 shares right after that. And then after I did the 3 shares, you guys know immediately it halted. And I was like, fuck. And yeah, from there, just like, yeah, it never went up. So unlike other stocks like this one, you guys see it halted and then it went up. Yeah. GameStop did not do that. GameStop did not halt and then follow that. GameStop halted and then just went. It never reached anywhere near here. And that's what I was looking for. No, I've held bags before. I've held bags before. For this one, I have a pretty high risk tolerance, and I can honestly say, like, if I lose, let's say I lose most of the money from this thing, I put in about $550, $560, I think. If I lose all that money, and let's say it drops down to $7 a share, which I highly doubt it will because you got bag holders, but in the event that it dropped down, it would suck, but I would say, you know what, this is part of the thing. There's always a risk tolerance, and for me, because I cannot gauge how tomorrow is going to be or 2 days afterwards, right? I can see it drop down to 82, but who knows? Maybe after I sell tomorrow, it's going to hit up to 115. Maybe it's going to hit up to 130. Maybe people are going to say frick it, and then money will come out from some direction, and then it'll drop up to 150, 160. I don't know, but I think that whatever happens, I will always keep in mind this whole learning experience thing, and I won't be doing this kind of thing again. Or if I do, I'm going to be a lot more methodical, because I know if I follow something and it immediately halts. Because if something shoots up quickly, right, you might think, okay, if it's shooting up, I need to throw money at it, or I should throw money at it because I don't know how high it's going to get. Especially when I look back at the charts. You see how it just kind of shot up really quickly? See that? Like, this is freaking scary. See that? So I should have waited for a pullback, or I should have been averaging up, or I should have been averaging down. But since I didn't, I kind of screwed myself over there, and I strayed away from my own game plan for every other stock that I've been doing, with the exception of Mara, because I screwed up on that one as well. Like AKTS, CCIV, BlackBerry, everything has been very methodical. But when I see these kind of like huge swings upwards, I don't know, when is it going to stop? Am I going to be missing out? And having that kind of mentality is just not good. Yeah. So, I'm all the way at the freaking top. So if any of you guys are invested into GameStop, know that I'm I'm like right here. I'm like right here. And everybody else is like, oh yeah, I hope he goes up. You guys got more wiggle room than me. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I typically do, Nick. But for GameStop, it just got into the whole thing where it's like I bought it and then I just saw it shooting up, and I was like, oh frick, maybe I should buy another one because I don't know how high I would go. And yeah, in that rush, I really screwed myself over. But having these kind of experiences, it just makes me more aware of it. You hear about one thing, but then when you actually see it, when you actually see it crash, it kind of solidifies like, yeah, probably don't do that again, because if you do that again, you're gonna get screwed. And yeah, so for this stuff, yeah, I just strayed away from my own little game plan, and I own up to it. I own up to it 100%. I hope you guys don't do the same thing as well. Um, it's better to just kind of set this whole thing. But I was pretty damn confident. I was pretty damn confident that if it would just go higher. But yeah, I misjudged. I really misjudged. Happily, it's going back up to 83, and maybe it'll go up to 95, and then maybe it might go higher tomorrow. We will see. I think 147 or something is kind of pushing it, but if people get what they want to push it up to 200. I don't think it's going to get up to 420, but wherever it starts, whenever I feel like it's kind of like at my break even price, I'm going to seriously think about something like at that price, or a little below that. And let's see when earnings is. When is GameStop earnings, by the way? Oh, April 1st. So between now and April 1st, I feel okay. I feel like once April 1st comes around, depending on how what is said, I'm gonna stress out a little, because if I was holding the bag past earnings and let's say the earnings wasn't good, it's a very real possibility that the stock could just go down. They'd be like, yeah, this was our hope for it, but we didn't do so good. So yeah, and the stock goes whoop. I'm a noob. No, I'm not a noob. You know what? You can't. I was trying to time it and I screwed up. I admit that. I admit that. But thankfully, it was a small amount of money compared to what it could have been. Yeah, if I had a lot of money into it, like a lot of money, like $10,000 of $30,000, $50,000 more so. Yeah, that would have been painful. Oh, what? Me right now? Yeah, I don't know why I listened to that guy. I really should have just listened to, like, I should have just stuck with my tried and true. Instead of losing money today, I could have just gone with this company. And like, look at that. Look at that. I would have been in like the positive, especially when earnings coming up. So, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I think but I'm not too worried about it. Learning experience, learning experience. I will always remember this. Hopefully, I won't be a bag holder for forever. And let's see what this is. 83 right now. Let's see what Wall Street Bets is right now. So Wall Street Bets is probably like, yay, scary. So this guy's down 7,000. Let's find this guy. Oh, look at this, the GME Mega Thread. A lot of us, oh, look at that. A lot of us trauma bonded. 140 in the week. Trauma bonded. Okay, see, this person finally bought it from the 850. That's a smart thing to do. You look for an opening and then go, but freaking GME has just been kind of mooning. It's like I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's so up high so quickly. Look at this. I was up 70K during the rally, now I'm up K. Typically I'd be static over 8K, but I saw heaven and I can't settle. If I was one of those really rich guys, I'd just and drop 25 million in opening. Yeah. Hold the line. Diamond hands. Diamond hands. Yeah, this is turned into like one of those dramas. Uh, I'm wiped out money-wise. All I could do was hold. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are just probably wiped out. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens to GME if they can actually diamond hand it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Nah, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, I have two worries about GME. First of all, what happens if this Reddit thread gets if this Reddit thread gets removed or something? Wall Street bets. If this community gets removed, oh my goodness, you would have so many people selling GME because they wouldn't know what direction to go. I do know. I did hear there's a Discord though. Look at that. Smack 481. But yeah, when I look at the chart over here, I don't want to say I feel like it's inflated, but between here and here, it seems like it's a pretty safe bet because if it goes up, it can go like in between. Because you already know the all-time highs over here, right? But because I don't believe in this stock, I just kind of worry like, okay, it's right here right now, but before it was down here. You see what I'm getting at? So there's like a lot more to go down. And that kind of worries me. Yeah. Just a little worrisome. Just a little. Slightly. Then bought in at 137. My average is 87. uh, I could higher, then that'll be. And I think a number of people would agree with me on this one. Like sometimes it's like you want to chase the bottom, but when I look at the bottom, when I look at the chart, the bottom is so freaking down there. It's like even if I went over here, I would still, yeah, it just kind of scares me where I would be. I think if I average down, I could probably get it down to lower, but yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah, it's all pump and dump. I know that. I know that. So I can look back at this kind of thing and say, hey, I invested in GameStop. Oh, when did you invest? I invested in freaking the peak at 148. And we'll see. We'll see if it goes up. I kind of feel though, if they get the train on to keep buying stuff, then it could definitely go back up to 148. But will it hold there? I don't know. It's all dependent on volume and yeah, if you got people who don't have any money to invest in or don't want to invest in more money like me, and you're just holding the bag and you're like, just everybody else, please buy more, buy more. Yeah, so anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I gotta eat something, so yeah. Sell only on news, charger only. Yeah, I would have never thought that if you had a halt, it would not it would go down this low. I thought that if I had a halt, it would go maybe over here and then it would go up. But this is today, right? Maybe tomorrow it's gonna go up. maybe tomorrow it's gonna go down. So all the people who bought in around $81, we'll see if they gain money or if they lose money. And yeah, that's the importance of not selling it. If you sell it, then it could just go lower because all the people who are holding the price around this level just, yeah, you don't want that damn to go down. Yeah. See ya.